Are you excited for the newest generation of the cheapest iPhone? The iPhone SE4 is coming in 2025 and we have lots of rumors to talk about. So if you are excited, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, let's get started. Every time that Apple launches the iPhone SE, there's news, because everyone loves the cheapest iPhone. It's the cheapest way to enter the Apple ecosystem, and so the iPhone SE4 has been hyped up for a while. Apple has changed the design of SE4 only 2 times. In the first generation, they had the iPhone 5S design. The iPhone 5S. The iPhone 5S is actually a very interesting phone. I have one right here. It's a very squared off, very flat edge corner, and the iPhone SE was the same. This is the iPhone 5S. The iPhone SE first generation was exactly the same, but with the chip of the iPhone 6S. So, very interesting phone that lots of people loved it. And then there was the iPhone SE first generation. This phone right here. The first generation had the design of the iPhone 8 and yeah, the old home button design. Then the third generation came out in 2022. This first generation came out in 2020 and it had the same design as the 2020 generation. So the second and third generation of the iPhone SEs had the same design, the same home button design from the iPhone 8. Now we are expected to have a new design for the iPhone SE4. According to rumors, we are not going to have the iPhone 14 design. No, but Apple is going to simplify the lineup. They are going to make an iPhone 16-like iPhone SE. Kinda strange. Because if they do make an iPhone SE4 with the same design as the iPhone 16, what are the differences? Well, according to rumors, Apple is going still to put an OLED display on the iPhone SE, but with the older notch design. No dynamic island. And that makes a lot of sense. If you think about it, the iPhone 13 Pro Max design is probably going to look a lot like the iPhone SE 4th generation, at least the front display. As you can see, it has this notch on the top. And this notch on the top is going to be closer to what we're going to expect for the iPhone SE. On the back, we're going to probably have either the iPhone 14 design or the iPhone 16. But one thing you should not expect is a secondary lens. Yes, Apple is going to put only one lens on the iPhone SE4. But according to rumors, this main lens will be fire. It will be a 48 megapixel main lens. This is cool, because which means you're going to have super sharp, very good video, and super sharp photos with lots of detail. So imagine an iPhone that costs $499, has the same chip as the iPhone 16, because rumors are saying this is going to have the A18 chip, the same chip found on the iPhone 16s, has the same incredible OLED display, 60 Hz still, has the notch, but who cares, dynamic island is not that big, and still has USB-C. According to rumors, this is going to have the new USB-C port and has about the same design with the aluminum frame and glass back as the iPhone 16s. Would you buy the iPhone 16 or would you buy the iPhone SE for $200 less? Well, for me, that's an easy choice. That's why the iPhone SE has been so hyped up, because this is a great deal. Imagine having the A18 chip, having the incredible main sensor from the iPhone 16s and the iPhone 15. God, that will be such a great deal. I mean, $500 for an iPhone that gives you FaceTime, iMessage, access to the Apple ecosystem, Apple Watch support, and all of these incredible features with the 40 megapixel sensor, incredible 4K 60 video, incredible 48 megapixel RAW shots, incredible support for years to come, and incredible performance with Apple Intelligence on the A18. If Apple unlocks all of this on the iPhone SE 4th generation coming in March of 2025, April of 2025, oh my god, it's going to be a bestseller. So I think Apple is preparing to make tons and tons of these iPhones because they are going to sell out. This is such a great deal, such of a great iPhone. I think it's going to be one of the best value iPhones in a while. And that's what the iPhone SE is all about. The first generation was a great iPhone, lots of people loved it. The second generation was also loved, but I mean, everyone was kind of tired of that old design. And then the third generation, well, that iPhone just was forgotten because it was again the same design with a different chip. That was it. Same old LCD display, same old home button design. The camera was trash, no night mode. So I do believe that this iPhone SE 4th generation is going to be better. 3 years later, Apple is going to launch a new generation of the iPhone SE. But why am I talking about the iPhone SE right now? Why am I giving this video if only the iPhone SE is coming out in the spring of 2025? Why not then? Well, because we are 1.5 months away from the release of the iPhone 16s. And, well, you are probably wondering, should I buy the iPhone 15? Should I buy the iPhone 16? Should I buy the iPhone SE 4th generation? And wait, well, that's a very interesting question. Because, again, I know that buying an iPhone is always a big decision. But the main thing you should think right now is don't buy any new iPhone. With 1 month to go to the iPhone 16s, does not make any sense to buy an iPhone 15 right now. The price will drop in a few months. Does not make any sense not to wait for the iPhone 16 to see what happens. And again, it will be much better to make your decision after Apple decides to launch the iPhone 16s. So yes, between the iPhone 15, the rumored differences of the iPhone 16 and the iPhone SE, which one should you go for? Well, I do believe that if Apple drops the price of the iPhone 15 even further, I think that the comparison is completely between the iPhone SE 4 generation and the iPhone 15. I do believe that the iPhone 16 will be a very, very small upgrade. Maybe the back camera design will change and we will get spatial video. We will get the A18 chip, which will probably also support Apple Intelligence, but that's it. While the iPhone 15 does feature the same 40 megapixel sensor, USB-C, the same overall design, the same display. So for most people, the iPhone 15 will be the best value. But if you put the iPhone SE 4 in the mix with the A18 chip, even cheaper than the iPhone 15, the same port, the same camera, less the ultra-wide, but who cares, and about the same display, with a $200 difference. So if Apple drops the price of the iPhone 15 to $650 and they sell the iPhone SE 4th generation for $499, that's a big difference. $150 is a big difference. And all of this mixed up, if you think about it, the iPhone SE with the A18 chip will have access to the newest Apple Intelligence features. And if you pick out all of these features into the mix and compare these two phones, the differences between the iPhone 15 and the iPhone SE will be the A18 chip and the ultra-wide camera. Of course, the A18 will probably add Apple Intelligence. So the differences will be more like, do you want Dynamic Island and the ultra-wide camera, or do you want Apple Intelligence and the A18 performance? That's a different question. That's a tough question to answer, but I do believe that the iPhone SE will be the better value phone. So if you are waiting for the iPhone 16, you want to buy a new iPhone, I advise you. See what Apple does with the iPhone 16. Consider if you do really need a phone right now, and wait. Wait a bit more and see if Apple releases the iPhone SE on the spring of 2025. This will be a banger of a phone. Of course, I wished that Apple kept the same tradition of making the iPhone SE smaller than the predecessors. So with the iPhone 5S, they had the iPhone SE 1st generation, which was a very, very small phone. Then they also had this SE 2nd generation, which was this one right here. And this one was a very, very small phone also. But now with the iPhone 4th generation SE, we are getting a phone closer to the size of the iPhone 12 Pro. So the iPhone 12 Pro was about 6.1 inch. We will probably get a 6.1 inch iPhone. 6.3 maybe, I don't think so. 6.1 is most likely sized for this iPhone SE 4. So a bit bigger, I know. It was cool if Apple released the iPhone SE 4th generation with the iPhone mini design. That would be so cool. But rumors are not pointing out to it. So a 6.1 inch OLED display with no dynamic island. Then, of course, only one camera on the back with a 40 megapixel main sensor, and overall the same design as the iPhone 16. This is what we expect for the iPhone SE 4th generation, costing $499, a bit more expensive than the older generations, but with so much more to offer. And at the end, this will come out on the spring of 2025, according to rumors. Let's see what happens. Let's see what rumors are true, what rumors are fake, and what rumors were at the end wrong. But I'm super excited for this generation of the iPhone. If Apple releases, I'm going to buy it, I'm going to review it, and tell you guys if this is worth it or not. So if you are excited for that, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. I know there's still a lot of time to go, but I'm super excited also for the iPhone 16 event. I will also buy them and review them for you. So if you want to see that, do not forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Texmo talking to you here. Bye bye.